Hello, everyone. Welcome to the News Browse News broadcast. According to UPI, farmers and coca growers organizations in Bolivia have formally threatened to seize military and police facilities in the Cochabamba Tropics region. This warning comes amid 6 weeks of intense social unrest and road blockades by groups demanding the resignation of President Rodrigo Paz. The protests escalated following the enactment of a new law on the regulation of states of emergency, which demonstrators argue is designed to criminalize social protests. Protesters have established vigils around military bases and warned that they will not be held responsible for the safety of security personnel if force is used to disperse roadblocks. The prolonged blockades have severely disrupted transportation, triggering critical shortages of fuel, food, and medical supplies in several major cities. The Ombudsman's office reported that at least 10 people have died because blocked roads prevented them from receiving timely medical attention. In response to the growing humanitarian crisis, neighboring countries, including Brazil, Chile, Paraguay, and Peru, have begun delivering tons of humanitarian aid to Bolivia. According to a report by Taiwan's Liberty Times, Canadian Prime Minister Mark Carney announced that the Gordie Howe International Bridge, which connects Canada and the United States, will officially open this weekend. Spanning the border between Ontario and Michigan, the $4.7 billion Rubbler's Witch Truster represents a major milestone in bilateral infrastructure. The bridge's opening comes after friction earlier this year, when U.S. President Donald Trump threatened in February to block the opening. Trump had demanded that the U.S. receive at least half ownership of the bridge as reasonable compensation, claiming Canada had barely used any American-made materials during construction. However, the Windsor-Detroit Bridge Authority clarified that Canada fully funded the project. Once operational, ownership will be shared jointly by the Canadian federal government and the state of Michigan. Prime Minister Carney welcomed the upcoming opening as good news, calling the bridge a concrete symbol of cooperation between the two nations. According to UPI, Central American nations have been placed on high alert as Tropical Storm Cristina moves through the Pacific Ocean. The storm has triggered heavy rainfall and flooding, leaving at least 5 people missing in Costa Rica after 2 small vessels capsized in rough seas. Yellow alerts have been issued across much of Costa Rica, and authorities have temporarily closed schools in several communities due to dangerous water conditions and accessibility issues. In El Salvador, an orange alert is in effect. Officials warn that the country could receive over 6 inches of rain, accompanied by winds of up to 43 miles per hour, creating a severe risk of landslides and flooding. Meanwhile, Nicaragua has experienced property damage, coastal flooding, and the suspension of maritime activities. While forecasters project that Tropical Storm Cristina could weaken into a tropical depression, extreme rainfall remains a significant threat across Central America's mountainous terrain. Experts warn that rainfall totals could reach up to 12 inches in isolated areas, posing a continued danger of deadly mudslides and transportation disruptions. According to NTD News, a security scare has erupted in the UK after a hidden camera was discovered inside a Whitehall government building. The device was found within a ceiling panel in the Marsham Street complex, which houses the Home Office in the Ministry of Housing, Communities and Local Government, MHCLG. This discovery comes amid intense controversy over the UK government's recent decision to approve China's plans for a massive new super embassy at the former Royal Mint Court site. Although there is currently no direct evidence linking Beijing to the hidden camera, the incident has reignited concerns over national security and espionage. The embassy project, approved by Housing Secretary Steve Reed in January, sits near critical undersea fiber optic communication cables and data centers. Opposition politicians and security critics have expressed outrage, demanding an urgent investigation and questioning whether Whitehall can be trusted to protect Britain's national security. if it cannot even secure its own ceiling panels. Despite the security scare, Downing Street has indicated its position on the Chinese embassy remains unchanged. That's all for this video. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.